Hi and welcome to another reading vlog. I just finished filming my clip wrap up for my last one, so if you came straight from that one, hi, I'm still sick. I have the flu, trying to get over it. I am about to pick up Starless Sea. This has been sitting on my shelf for like a week or so now since it came out, and I keep eyeing it off and I desperately want to start it, but I've finally freed up my schedule and I'm gonna do it. I'm so ready. We're just gonna fly through this. Hopefully it'll take just a couple of days because Erin Morgenstern and I get along very well in writing style, and I imagine I'm just gonna absolutely fly through this. So let's see. Okay, so I'm 45 pages into the Starless Sea. I knew from like chapter 1 that I was gonna love it and it was gonna be 5 stars. It's just one of those books. And I was very much the same with the Night Circus. I knew immediately it was a 5-star read. So we have these currently 2 like stories, I guess. We have like it's a book within a book thing, and we're in book 1, which is called Sweet Sorrows, and so we alternate between parts of Sweet Sorrows and then Zachary Ezra Rawlings' plot. It's a very like academia kind of, he's like a college student, grad student, and that kind of narrative is playing out, but also he's very contemplative. It's reminding me of something, but I can't think what that thing is, if that makes sense. It has some vague History of the Imaginary Geographica vibes. It has some vague Ninth House vibes, and I think that's the like college setting. There's some other book that I remember reading as a teenager that it also gives me vibes about, though I can't remember what it's called. If I come up with what it is in my head, I'll let you know. But we're seeing, so there's repeating motifs. It's a book about reading and stories and storytelling, essentially. So it's very thematic in that regard. But we have these repeating motifs of the bee, the sword, and the key. And then all set upon the Starless Sea and the harbour of the Starless Sea, where stories are kind of preserved, I guess. But then Zachary's just living his normal life in college, in a New England college, and he finds this book that just has a title. It doesn't have an author, which is Sweet Sorrows, and he finds a section of it that is writing about his past. That's kind of where he falls into the Starless Sea's magical, mysterious stuff. But God, I love it already. It is very, I don't want to say dense, but what I mean is like every sentence is powerful. So sometimes I need to reread things to feel like I have the full comprehension from that sentence. So this could take me longer than I thought, but only because I'm going to have to go slow to absorb everything. But I am loving it so much. It also has strong S by Doug Dawson, J.J. Abrams vibes, if you've ever read S. It has a lot of that like, not only the like story within a story, but also like commenting on the construction and craft of a story in itself. Very S. It's also kind of low-key giving me some vibes of that series, the book that it came out at the start of this year, I think, and everyone either loved it or hated it, because it went a weird direction. And it's like her grandmother has a book of stories, and they're like fairy tales, but not really. Let's see if I can find what it was called. I know the second one's coming out early next year. Did I read it this year? Right at the start of the year? If I didn't read it this year, I read it last year. It might have come out last year. The Hazelwood. April just helped me. It's giving me real the Hazelwood atmosphere. Not plot per se, though it has a similar kind of theme. But the atmosphere of like things not being quite right in the actual world, hinting at the existence of a real world and kind of like the conspiracy theories and stuff. The Hazelwood, that's one of the things that it's reminding me of. Inception, night film, other things this is reminding me of. Night film by Maurice Pestle. Inception, obviously the movie with Leonardo DiCaprio and everyone else who's in that movie. More things this is reminding me of. I was just saying to April, I feel like this is making me so nostalgic, even though I've never read it before and it's entirely fresh and new. And it's an amazing feeling. If you can't tell, I'm like glowing. So it is Wednesday now. I took Starless Sea with me to work last night. I didn't take my camera, so I didn't vlog it, but I'm still sick again today. I think I'll try and go to work tomorrow, but we have a lot of house inspections to go to look at some houses this afternoon. So I was like, I'm only going for the morning. You can probably still hear I'm super congested and I've still got a cough. So, we didn't go to work. But I've just been like sleeping to try and get rid of this cold, and then we watched a little bit of Phineas and Ferb while I ate breakfast. But I'm about to shower and read a bit of this before the first house inspection because it's like kind of midday-ish. Yeah, midday. But I did want to tell you about what I thought of this last night. So I am on currently like almost 200 pages. I'm at the start of book 3, which is the Ballad of Simon and Eleanor. And so I finished a whole section, which was Fortunes and Fables. I finished the Fortunes and Fables section. And there was this moment, this brief, like, portion of the book where I really felt like, so I've been coming up with all these, like, things that it's reminding me of and nostalgiaing me to. And when I came up with last night was the game The Room. If you've ever played The Room, it was an iPhone game. I think it makes more sense on the iPad, but it is probably available for iPhone and could be available on Android, not sure. And it's a puzzle box game with like a 3D, it's a 3D puzzle game, and you like move the boxes around and you essentially like, it's like a room, but then puzzle box within a puzzle box within a puzzle box, and you complete levels. But it's like the hardest puzzle box game I've ever seen on iPhone, iPad. It's like super hard, actually complex puzzles. It gives you the mystery and like thematic motify vibes of like the Da Vinci Code or something like that, which I think is what's making me think of this. There was a moment where Zachary there's just a thing that says roll and a set of dice, and he rolls and it makes things happen, and like following instructions to make things happen and things working in unpredictable ways, and that really reminded me of The Room. So if you were looking for a game that gives you that puzzle vibes, definitely recommend The Room. There's like 2 or 3 of them out now, I think, and I love them. But anyway, so it is honestly so good. I would recommend it so much. And I can't wait to keep reading this because I am fucking loving it. It's so good. I already want to go buy the hardcover. I'm thinking, I can't remember if I told you this already, but I'm thinking I will keep the paperback as a like loan to people copy, because when I love a book so much I tend to like push it on people to make them read it. So I'm thinking this will be my like please dear God read this copy, and then I'll have a hardback for myself to keep pristine. I really kind of want to. The hardback's also gorgeous and it was available at my local bookstore, so haha, think I might do that. But anyway, I better go shower and then get to reading before this house inspection. I know I keep going on and on about the nostalgia in this book, but here's another one for the record. Endymion Spring. Did anyone read that when they were kids? It was a like middle grade book, and I can't even remember it that well, but I had a sudden flash to that. Also I'm loving, there are so many references to cats. We freaking love a good cat, and there are many cats, and it is glorious. I'm about halfway through now. If we look at the book. I spent most of the day today looking at houses, but I shouldn't have a super busy night, so I'm going to try and read a whole heap tonight. I want to get pretty close to finished if I can, and we'll finish it early tomorrow, maybe. We'll see. So I'm recording this on my phone because my camera is like packed up somewhere and I can't bother going to find it, and I want to just go to sleep. But I haven't talked to you at all today about the Starless Sea, and I just wanted to like check in. I'm almost done. I think I had about 70 pages left, but it's getting late, so I can't keep reading tonight, otherwise I would totally keep reading. I am absolutely obsessed. I can't wait to see how this ending all like fits together. I've already been like gasping out loud at a lot of the twists and reveals. I'm having a great time. I was trying to think. So April didn't really love the night circus, but she didn't hate it either. It was just like, meh, like average. It was good, but like nothing special. Whereas I was like instant 5-star reading the night circus. Like I loved it from moment one. I was obsessed with the atmosphere and the writing. And she thinks she will like the Starless Sea a lot more, but I'm trying to like analyze, I guess, why maybe someone wouldn't love the night circus and whether that's also present in the Starless Sea. And I've just been thinking about that. So the writing, like, while this is incredibly different from the night circus, it's also got many similarities, and you can clearly tell it's the same author. Similar writing style, this very, I don't want to say pretentious, but it is super flowery with very like carefully considered word choices. Every word feels like it was specifically chosen to sit in that spot on the page. I personally love that. It's like my jam. It makes me mean I have to reread like paragraphs if I read too fast, because I feel like I've missed some kind of key meaning because I wasn't paying attention to every single minute word on the page. But I love it. I eat that shit up. And then the whole like formatting and the like highbrow, like the overarching concept is very mysterious, complicated, vaguely confusing in the way the night circus was. But I don't mind vaguely confusing when it's seeped in those layers of atmosphere and mystery. I don't need something to have strong rules. This 100% does not have strong rules, and the whole point is that you're breaking the rules, and it's a thing. The overall theme really follows like gameplay, and it's very reminiscent of like, I guess kind of like an old-fashioned text game, like text adventure game, like where there's a medieval one, I think. I can't remember. I don't know. I never played those games. I'm a bit too young for that. And then and it's also just so nostalgic. The classic kids stories, things you've read before. It feeds into tropes and stuff, and all of that is so much cleverer than the night circus. I think its scope and its intricacy and its interwovenness and the way everything is relevant and related and comes back later, and how masterfully crafted it is very mature compared to the night circus. I feel like I thought the night circus was very intricate, and really it's not. It's not that intricate. It has some surprises and things woven in, but it's also really two linear timelines just told separately, to allow for the reveal. And like, this is so much more complicated than that, but it still entirely works. And
yeah, I don't know, it's just so much more elevated than the Night Circus. But is that elevation something that's going to mean that people that don't like the Night Circus hate it even more? Or is it going to mean that people that hated the Night Circus like it more? I don't know. Nighttime questions, folks. We're rambling. I'm going to go to sleep. Bye.
So it's the next day. I just finished eating dinner and I just finished reading. La la la. This was honestly probably my favorite book of the year. That ending though, it was like perfect. Just I want more, which was something I thought of the Night Circus too. I was like, you're ending there? Want to read a lot of fan fiction to just like more. There's so much you could do with this and this ending. So if anyone wants to write it, hit me up. I would die for these characters, all of them. They're all stunning. I don't know. I can't. It's perfect. And today, knowing it was perfect, I also went out and bought myself hardcover. So this is officially going to be my like loaning out copy, and the hardcover is going to be my precious copy. But new favorite book, people. I knew it was going to be a 5-star from like page 2, but like nice to be confirmed. I literally have nothing I didn't like. I'm sure other people will find faults, but I loved it to a T. So good. So good. Anyway, seeing as that's now finished, let's wrap up this vlog. I'll start another vlog in like a week or so. I think I'm going to take a week off. And the next vlog you'll get from me will be the winter quest. For the bookie trials. So keep an eye out for that. Seeing as I'm behind on like editing and stuff, so I feel like I need to like give myself a little bit of a break to catch up. But yeah, thank you so much for watching this vlog. If you want to chat to me spoilery about this, feel free to DM me on Twitter. I'm definitely down to talk about this because I have emotions. So hey, otherwise, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you soon with another video. Bye.